Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron, and today we're taking a first look at the new Monument Grills Mesa II 415 BZ. We're gonna get this thing unboxed, we're gonna get it assembled, and we're gonna throw some chicken wings on it and see what this thing is all about. If you wanna see how this all turns out, come along with us. Stay tuned. So we've been using the Monument Grills Mesa for well over a year now, and it's been one heck of a workhorse. And so when they said, hey, do you want to try out the new Mesa series? We said, heck yes, we will, and they sent this thing over to us. So we're gonna dig in here, get it put together, and see what it's all about. So we have the opportunity to try out a bunch of grills, and you can usually tell by the care they take in packaging everything what kind of company they are. We get some of them that don't have much packing at all, and then some of them who are packaged very well, so we'll see what this one's all about. Looks pretty good. Man, I tell you what, this thing is packaged very well. Look, it even has real wood to protect everything. Not very many nuts and bolts. That's a good thing. They took a lot of time and a lot of care to make sure nothing got damaged in shipping. We'll get all this out and we'll get it together. So I tell you, they pack this thing really, really nice. Make sure that a lot of the parts are inside of the grill, so you're gonna have to take a little knife, cut that strap and open it up and get those parts out. So get it all out, get it to where you can see it, where you can see the labels, where it makes it a whole lot easier to put together. One thing I did note when I opened it is how little screws they have. Looking at those instructions, a lot of the screws are in place where they're supposed to be, so you don't have to worry about backtracking to try to figure out where you put the wrong screw or where that goes. So a lot of the stuff is gonna make it a lot easier to put together. So one thing I noticed when I got this out is how heavy these cast iron grills are. I tell you what, if those get as hot as I think they will, they're gonna make perfect sear marks. So I can't wait to give those a try. And you know what? All you need to put this together is a screwdriver. So you don't have to go to the store and buy a bunch of tools. If you live in an apartment, or if this is your first grill, you don't have those tools to put together, all you need is a Phillips screwdriver. So we got everything laid out. We're gonna get this thing put together, and if we run into any issues or anything that we wanna point out, we'll bring you back. We'll see you in a minute. I wanna point something out right quick. I was talking earlier about these screws. They're already on here. I already got this one on, but I'll show you. On the bottom of these is a slot. And so the screws are already in it. You just back them off a little bit, take it, put it on, slide it over, tighten it up. Makes it really easy to put together. We'll get the rest of this knocked out. All right, in just under 10 minutes, we got the bottom put together, ready to put the top on. And I tell you what, it was very, very easy. All I used was a Phillips screwdriver. I could have used a drill driver and probably made it quicker, but there's some of these screws that are kind of in a weird spot, and I didn't want to strip anything out. So I went ahead and used what they told me to, which is just a Phillips screwdriver. So we're gonna go ahead and get this top put on. So it's been about 45 minutes. We got this grill totally put together, and I tell you, it's probably one of the easiest grills that I have put together, and I put together a lot of them. Them putting the screws where they go and you just back them out and slide things in made it a whole lot easier. And I tell you what, it probably wouldn't even taken 45 minutes if I wouldn't have used just the Phillips screwdriver that they told me to use. But that's what I used. I tell you, I'm glad I did, because there are some tight areas that probably would have stripped something out if I would have used a drill driver. So we got it all put together. Let me bring you in and show you some of the features. So first off, this is one good looking grill. They used stainless where they needed to. They put some accents on there. You got the red, and you got red down here on the bottom as well. The grill looks very, very good. Off to the right side, they gave you a side burner, which is a great feature. If you look over here to the left, you also have big shelf here. So between these two, when you're not using this burner, you have plenty of space to lay your stuff out. If you look inside, we talked earlier about those heavy duty cast iron grates, and then they also give you this warming shelf up here. It's easy to remove. I tell you what, they thought of everything for this small package. You also have the 2 doors, offers a little storage underneath if you need it. That's a great option. And I'll tell you what, one of my favorites, let me show you. One of the cool things on the side here, if you look, all these slots right here, they send you 5 of these peg hooks, and all you have to do is just find where you want to put them, and then you can hang your stuff out of the way. Instead of them having, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 on the front that gets in the way, you can move this around wherever you want it. You want your tongs to go beside it, just take it, move it here. There you go. And then they're out of the way, they're not on the front where you can knock them off. Tell you what, that's ingenious. They send 5 of those, so you can do some on both sides, or if you want to put some little stuff on the bottom, you can do that too. One of the other things I didn't touch on, the wheels at the bottom, all 4 of them lock. So when they're locked into place, this thing doesn't go anywhere, which is awesome. So now that we got it together, let's get it fired up. This does have a manual igniter, which in my opinion works a whole lot better for longer because you don't have the issue where the batteries start coming apart and ruin your electronic igniter. So I'm real happy that they do have a manual igniter, and it starts right up. Get this started. So we're just gonna put this on medium heat, let it come up to temperature to burn off any of that oil or anything that might not be good in there. And in the meantime, we're gonna prep our chicken wings to go on and get those things cooked up. Let's do it. So our first cook on this Mesa II is gonna be chicken wings. Let me bring you down here and show you what we're gonna do. All right, so what we have is some Costco party wings. All we've done is take them out of the package, and we went ahead and patted them dry with a paper towel to make sure that we got that skin all dry so we can put our rub on and they will come out fairly crispy. For these wings, we're gonna use our honey barbecue rub, and we're just gonna go ahead and put that on liberally. So we'll go get that rub on there. Hopefully the wind will participate. If not, we'll just do the best we can here. Get a good coating on them, then we'll flip them. Get the other side. Go ahead and get this other side done. All right, we got them all rubbed up. We'll let them sit here a few minutes, let them sweat, and then we'll make sure that the grill's ready and we'll get them on. So this is a 4-burner grill. It has 4 different burners, but they have 2 different zones. You have this side that has 2 8,500 BTU burners. This side has 2 10,000 BTU burners. So both of these, we're gonna set it about the same on medium heat. We're gonna cook the chicken wings on this side, and then when we get them closer to done, we'll flip them over here and get them seared off. So we'll get these chicken wings on and we'll bring you back at the first flip. All right, so these have been rolling about 12 minutes. Looks like temp inside is about 325. We're gonna go ahead and give these a flip. Remember, we're going a little bit lighter on the temperature on this side. And then here in a minute, we're gonna crank up that right side and get a good crisp skin on these things. All right, we'll let them go for another 10 or 11 minutes, then we'll crank this side up and get them finished off. All right, we're about 17 minutes into the cook. I was just making sure that we have good, even heat across this. We're not gonna have any flare-ups. You know, chicken and gas grills usually don't mix very well sometimes. The fat drops down, you have a bunch of flare-ups, but this has pretty even heat across the board. So we'll go ahead and close this up and check on them here in a few more minutes. So these have been cooking for about 22 minutes or so. We're gonna go ahead and get a temperature on the inside, see if we're about ready to sear them off. So they're about 155, 160, that one's 170. Oh yeah, they're ready. So what we're gonna do is go ahead on this broil zone over here, kick it up to the broil, let it come up to temperature for about 2 minutes with the lid closed, and then we're gonna move these over there and get these finished off. All right, so we let that broil zone preheat for a couple of minutes here. We're gonna go ahead and get those moved over there. I went over to the table trying to find my utensil and I forgot. It's on a peg hook down here on the side. All right, move these over here. We're gonna leave them in this high heat for about a minute aside. You imagine 600 degrees, searing off a steak over here on this side, what the grill marks would look like with these cast iron grates. All right, we're gonna close this down and go for about a minute or so. All right, we got about a minute on that side. We're gonna flip these over. Oh yeah, crisping up nicely. All right, we're gonna close it down and get a minute on this side. All right, that's a minute on that side, and it looks like they're about done. Oh yeah, they're looking good. Let me pull the bigger ones out and see what our temp is on the inside. $185, 200, 200. Yeah, they're done. We're gonna get these pulled off. Look at that. Look at the grill marks on that from those cast iron grates. That looks amazing. Those look amazing. Can't wait to get a taste test of that. I'll bring you guys back for the taste test. So we got this grill put together. We cooked these beautiful chicken wings on it, and I tell you what, that is one solid grill for the money. Whether you're a backyard cook, you have a small family, or you know what, you live in an apartment, whatever the case may be, if you're looking for something that has zone cooking, that preheats fast, and delivers excellent product, you need to give this grill a try. So without further ado, let's get down to these chicken wings. Those are some good wings. We like to smoke wings. One of my favorite wings is air fried wings. Love some air fried wings, especially on a weeknight. But I tell you what, there's a reason why Burger King has a better hamburger than McDonald's. Flame broiled. So good. So overall, very impressed with this little grill. I tell you what, if you're looking for something of this nature, pop down in the description. We'll have links to this one. And you know what? If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so we can catch you on the next cook. See you next time.